Okay guys, so I cut the 2x4s that I had, and these sections here, whoops, these sections where my foot is, that and up there, were the cutoff pieces, but they fit perfectly in between. So I'm going to join them with some screws and build 2 sets of this. So I'm building the skeleton, or the frame, of the wood storage box, and then I'm going to coat it with that aluminum flashing that I have left over from my roof. So be right back once these are together. Alrighty guys, so I built the 2 stands here, and I just ripped I got some of that thin plywood that I had left over, and I ripped a piece, and basically we're just going to see if I got it the right direction. Let's see, move it this way. So much crap on it. Up the left. There. Hopefully that is the If not, I'll have to turn around and go the other way. But I went right to the wall here, guys, so basically I gotta remove this little stub that I put back here for the fresh air, because it's gonna be right in the way. And then push this forward all the way to the wall. Okay. Do I have the right? I think I'm on the right way, because I left a little lip shooting out the front here, because I'm going to have doors on this thing. Let me get this piece out of here though. That's that little piece I jammed in there to keep the fresh air up. Now, this plywood, once it's screwed in, will be covered with aluminum flashing, so it will be fireproof. If anything does come out of the wood stove. And then I can fill this entire thing up from, I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I, for the bottom, I kind of want, now remember this isn't screwed in yet, so it kind of looks like it's doing one of these. This back corner needs to go that way. It's off the mark like this. Like I gotta push this literally back and then turn this one in. But I think I'm gonna build a base or something, because I don't want the wood sitting directly on the tiny house floor. So I'll lose a little space there, but I can sure store a ton of little pieces like this in there. This is just little pallet wood. So I can store a whack load in here, and that should work just nicely. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. So what I have to do is obviously screw this top onto the wood, onto the skeleton, to make the thing so it doesn't wander, and then I can go hunt up flashing for the top, the sides, the back, the front, because I got to put a door on this thing, and then figure out what I want to do for the base. So I think it's going to be okay, guys. And it should, twisted my fresh air pipe a little bit, but there we go. I can just fit a nice piece of flashing in, and it shouldn't interfere with that too much. And I think that's going to work, and it doesn't stick out too much. Shouldn't. But I did want this edge to stick out a little bit, because I will have a door here. and I don't want it like directly going in down inside there. So I think we're going to be okay that way. So I'll fasten this together and then figure out a base or a bottom for this thing, and then I'll be back. Alrighty guys, I'm back. I've been working on this project all day. So I got the aluminum on the top of this thing, and the back side and these sides. I have the last sheet cut and ready to make a door here that slides open. The only thing I do is I have to trim it because I don't want it scraping on the floor. I want it kind of free floating. And then I still got to figure out what I want down inside, down in here, to keep the wood up off my floor down there. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna have to maybe look for, some just scrap plywood or something. But so far so good. I like the surface area here. It's all aluminum, and it fits snug right underneath my fresh air pipe for the combustion air. So that's keeping that kind of held up tight to the, here, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see that right there. Well, if the camera would cooperate. So I got my gloves there for storage, but right here, that's keeping that up nice and tight, and that's the fresh air in pipe for the combustion air for the stove. And then I just have some, I got these, I'll zoom back out so you guys can see that. Whoops. I got my gloves there. And these are like, they're called OV gloves. They were like $10 a piece each, not as a pair. And I use them to stay safe when working with the fireplace. Protects you from being burned. And then I got plenty of, like, I can shove these way back here, and then I got plenty of storage here, guys, for anything else. And then if anything falls out from the stove, it'll land here, hopefully, and I can clean that up and it won't catch fire. And back here, I ran out of I made a oopsie on the measurements, so I got a little bit of wood of the plywood showing back here, but it's way far against the wall, so I don't think it's going to be an issue, because most of the stuff is either going to fall out in the front. I don't think anything is going to fall that way back there, as far as I can tell. So far so good. This is a little crooked now, but you know, that's the way it is. So it turned out well. And as soon as I get the door on, I'll be back here monkeying around. Is that? Yeah, I'll have to tie that stove in. For some reason, that corner, there we go. The corner was a little tight. Yeah, that's a little better there. Yeah, so the kitchen sink is right next to the stove, basically right here, full of crap right now because it's not in use. But that way, if any water hits this, we're not going to have issues and whatnot. So there you go. So I'm going to go look for hinges in my arsenal of hardware, guys, and then we'll figure out what the next step is. It's still it's been overcast all day, guys, and I was down to 12.4 with the music on the TV, the 12-volt TV, so it must have been, wasn't producing very well, so I shut the TV off. I may turn the radio on as a, alternative. But we're back up, with the TV off, we jumped back up to 13.5, so we're floating. Other than that, though, I'm going to keep working here, so we'll see you in a bit.